This is hard, and it's meant to be hard. But you know those photographs, those damn photos? That wasn't supposed to be hard. It was supposed to be impossible. There was no way you were supposed to finish that with the expectation that you have for yourself, especially after what I've been saying over the last 2 weeks. I mean, I'm still on photo 6. I love how Rich Hickey puts things in his keynote, Simple Made Easy.
Understanding. And our understanding is very limited, right? There's the whole notion of, how many balls can you keep in the air at a time, or how many things can you keep in mind at a time. It's a limited number, and it's a very small number, right? So we can only consider a few things, and when things are intertwined together, we lose the ability to take them in isolation. So if every time I think I pull out a new part of the software I need to comprehend, and it's attached to another thing, I have to pull that other thing into my mind, because I can't think about the one without the other. That's the nature of them being intertwined. So every intertwining is adding this burden, and the burden is kind of combinatorial.
I had to show that the burden of life is going to get in the way, and no matter how frictionless we can make the workflow and the tools around us, life is more complex. So how was I going to show you that? This whole process has to be according to you, and when you have the time. And when you do have the time, you can be wholly focused at the single task at hand. And I knew that I couldn't just tell you this, but you had to experience it. You had to see the difficulties of a deadline and rushing and anger and the vitriol, all of that. But I'm still here, and so are you. And if you haven't been paying attention, I don't take this lightly. I have dedicated all that I have in order to get through to each and every one of you. And from that firm foundation, I think you know what I'm getting at. Life is going to get in the way, and we have to prepare for that. So today and tomorrow leads us into the halfway marker of this wild and crazy experience. I mean, I think we've evolved past sitting around and reading a book, but this is an important turning point. And as everyone catches up from this last week, I'm going to keep the guided writing exercise simple to finish out the literature notes phase. I'm going to have you take a fleeting note, as you would in real life today. A first pass, quickly noting down the things that resonated with you, so when you do come back to it 24 hours later, you'll have remembered what the initial ideas that came to you and when you stumbled upon the passage. Let's keep this inside the template for day 20 instead of your fleeting notes page. And if you need to catch up, do. I still recommend going back and being thorough with each photograph so everyone can look back and see how other people are breaking things down. I think it's important. I'll end with this. I hope you're willing to put down the pitchforks and turn away from stoning me, but know that I'm fearless when it comes down to it, and I'm willing to do whatever it takes to get through to you. So, lovingly, I'll see you in the guided writing exercise.